The crucial point of time for considering the defense plea of unsoundness of mind has to be with regard to the mental state of the accused at the time of offense was committed, collated from evidence of conduct which preceded, attended, and followed the crime as observed in Ratan Lal versus State of Madhya Pradesh, 1973, SCC 533 as follows. It is now well settled that the crucial point of time at which unsoundness of mind should be established is the time when the crime is actually committed, and the burden of proving this lies on the accused. In DG Thakkar versus State of Gujarat, it was laid down that there is a rebuttable presumption that the accused was not insane when he committed the crime. In the sense laid down by Section 84 of the Indian Penal Code, the accused may rebut it by placing before the court all the relevant evidence, oral, documentary, or circumstantial, but the burden of proof upon him is no higher than that which rests upon a party to civil proceedings. If from the materials placed on record a reasonable doubt is created in the mind of the court with regard to the mental condition of the accused at the time of occurrence, he shall be entitled to the benefit of the reasonable doubt and consent acquittal, as observed in Vijay Singh versus State of UP 1993 SCC 190. We shall now consider the sufficiency of other medical and defense evidence to examine if a reasonable doubt is created with regard to the mental state of the appellant at the time of commission of the assault on a preponderance of probability, coupled with the complete lack of consideration of the evidence of PW 14, merely because an injured witness who may legitimately be classified as an interested witness for obvious reasons may have stated that the appellant was not of unsound mind cannot absolve the primary duty of the prosecution to establish its case beyond all reasonable doubt, explaining why the plea for unsoundness of mind taken by the accused was untenable. The accused was taken into custody on 28/9/2006. Charge sheet was submitted on 29/12/2006 and commitment done on 16/2/2007. The trial court records reflect several medical visits in prison, even weekly, 12 in number, between the period from 9/1/2007 to 7/4/2007, administering of antipsychotic drugs such as tablet and to the appellant with the impression recorded by the doctor that the patient is psychotic and needs continuation of treatment. The significance of use of the words continuation cannot be lost sight of and has obviously been used with regard to a pre-existing ailment, and which includes the period prior to and from 26/9/2006 to 28/9/2006. On 3/5/2007, an application was moved on behalf of the appellant under Chapter 15 of the Code of Criminal Procedure that he was not fit to face trial. A fresh medical report was called for on 14/6/2007, which opined on 19/6/2007 that the appellant was a chronic patient of psychotics who has been evaluated time and again by the mental hospital Nagpur, the present doctor at Akola, and also by the psychiatrist. On 13/7/2007, the trial court directed him to be sent to the mental hospital and called for a fresh report on 11/4/2008. fresh report was called for and the appellant was prescribed Trinicalm plus tablet amongst other medicines. The treating doctor, Pramod Thakkar, opined in writing on 25/2009 as follows. Above named prisoner is suffering from mental illness since unknown duration. He is being treated and examined by several psychiatrists attached to government medical hospital and since January 2008 during a specialist's visit to prison. Stop.